Hello, and welcome to today's briefing. I'm Dana, and joining me is Matt. We're covering a range of stories across politics, economy, sports, and entertainment.
That's right, Dana. We've got a diverse lineup today, from significant legal rulings to major financial developments and some exciting sports news.
Let's start with a major legal development in India. The Bombay High Court has convicted former Tehelka editor Tarun Tejpal of raping a colleague in 2013, overturning his earlier acquittal. He has been sentenced to 10 years of rigorous imprisonment and fined Rs. $10,21,000.
That's a significant ruling. What were the key factors that led to this conviction being upheld on appeal?
The court found that the lower court had erred in its earlier acquittal by not properly considering the evidence. The High Court's judgment emphasizes the importance of understanding consent in sexual assault cases, noting that no means no.
That's a critical point. How does this ruling impact the broader conversation around sexual assault in India?
This case has been closely watched, and the conviction sends a strong message about the legal system's stance on sexual violence. It highlights the ongoing efforts to address and prevent such crimes in India.
Shifting gears to the U.S., a Senate committee has voted to hold Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt of Congress for refusing to answer questions about his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. What are the implications of this vote?
The contempt vote is a significant political move, reflecting the deep partisan divide over how the U.S. handled the pandemic. Dr. Fauci's refusal to answer certain questions has been a point of contention, and now the matter is being referred to the Justice Department.
What are the potential consequences for Dr. Fauci if the Justice Department decides to prosecute?
If prosecuted, Dr. Fauci could face penalties for contempt of Congress, which could include fines or other legal repercussions. However, the actual outcome depends on the Justice Department.
The Trump administration is moving forward with plans to overhaul the Head Start program, a key early education initiative for low-income children. What changes are being proposed?
The administration aims to eliminate many federal regulations governing Head Start, allowing for more local decision-making. Critics argue this could undermine the program's effectiveness and quality control.
How might these changes affect the program's beneficiaries, particularly vulnerable children?
The concern is that reducing federal oversight could lead to inconsistent program quality across different regions, potentially harming the children who rely on Head Start for early education and support.
President Trump has signed executive orders aimed at limiting birthright citizenship and curbing birth tourism. What do these orders entail?
The orders seek to restrict citizenship for children born to non-citizens and target practices where individuals travel to the U.S. specifically to give birth and secure citizenship for their children. Legal experts question whether these measures are enforceable.
How does this move relate to previous legal challenges regarding birthright citizenship?
The Supreme Court had previously rejected a similar attempt by the Trump administration to restrict birthright citizenship, citing constitutional concerns. These new orders represent another attempt to address the issue through executive action.
Now, let's move to a developing story in the U.S. involving the case of Nolan Xavier Wells. 3 people have been charged with threatening a judge, a witness, and officials connected to the investigation into his death. Can you provide more context on this case?
Nolan Xavier Wells was an 18-year-old who died after a boat trip. The investigation into his death has been contentious, and now these threats against those involved in the investigation have led to additional charges.
What are the specifics of the threats that were made?
The reporting indicates that the threats were directed at a judge, a witness, and local officials, suggesting a significant attempt to intimidate those involved in the investigation.
Switching to economic news, the Reserve Bank of India has classified Tata Sons as an upper-layer NBFC under its revised regulatory framework. What are the implications of this classification?
This classification subjects Tata Sons to stricter regulatory oversight and requirements, including potential listing on stock exchanges within 3 years. It reflects the RBI's efforts to enhance supervision of systemically important financial companies.
How does this affect Tata Sons' operations and future plans?
The enhanced scrutiny and potential listing requirement could impact Tata Sons' financial and operational strategies, as they will need to comply with stricter regulatory standards.
There's been a halt in Mexican avocado exports to the U.S. due to a non-specific threat to U.S. interests in the state of Michoacán. Can you explain the situation?
The U.S. suspended avocado inspections in Michoacan, a closely producing region, due to security concerns. Mexico has responded by deploying additional troops to the area to address the issue.
What are the potential economic impacts of this suspension on both Mexico and the U.S.?
The suspension affects Mexican exporters and farmers, potentially leading to economic losses. In the U.S., it may result in avocado shortages and price increases, impacting consumers and businesses.
On the financial front, Milky Mist Dairy Food has set its IPO price band at $133 to $140 per share, aiming to raise 1,553 crore. What are the key details of this IPO?
The IPO opens on August 11th and closes on August 13th. The funds raised will be used for growth and debt reduction, reflecting the company's expansion plans.
How does this IPO fit into the broader market trends in India?
This IPO is part of a larger trend of companies seeking capital for growth and restructuring. It indicates investor interest in the dairy sector and potentially other related industries.
Shiprocket is also preparing for a significant IPO, aiming to raise 1,617 crore. What are the company's plans and growth areas?
Shiprocket is diversifying beyond parcel delivery into merchant software and cross-border tools, which now account for a significant portion of their revenue and are growing rapidly.
Life Insurance Corporation of India reported a 23% increase in net profit to 13,492 crore for Q1, along with an 8% rise in annual premium equivalent. What are the highlights of LIC's performance?
LIC's strong profit growth and improved VNB margin reflect the company's effective business strategies and market position. The results indicate a positive trajectory for the insurer.
What are the key drivers behind LIC's improved financial performance?
The increase in APE and VNB margin suggests successful product offerings and operational efficiencies. These factors have contributed to LIC's strong financial results.
Moving to sports, the Pittsburgh Penguins have signed forward Ville Koivunen to an 8-year, $32 million contract. What are the implications of this deal for the team?
The long-term contract indicates the Penguins' commitment to Koivunen, a young and promising player. It reflects their strategy to build a strong team for the future.
How does this signing fit into the Penguins' overall roster and salary cap management?
The deal is part of the Penguins' efforts to retain key talent and build a competitive roster. Managing the salary cap will be crucial as they continue to make strategic moves.
Longtime San Francisco Giants broadcaster Mike Krukow has announced his retirement at the end of the season. What are the reactions to his decision?
Krukow's retirement marks the end of an era for Giants fans. His contributions to the team's broadcast coverage have been widely appreciated, and his departure will be felt.
How does Krukow's legacy impact the Giants broadcasting team and fan community?
Krukow's legacy is significant, having been a voice of the Giants for nearly 4 decades. His retirement will leave a void, but his influence on the team's broadcasting will endure.
The Indianapolis Colts have agreed to a 2-year, $44 million contract extension with running back Jonathan Taylor. What are the details and implications of this deal?
The extension secures Taylor, a key player. The deal includes significant guaranteed money, reflecting the team's commitment to him as a franchise cornerstone.
How does this extension affect the Colts' salary cap and future roster planning?
The contract extension will impact the Colts' salary cap situation, requiring careful management to balance Taylor with other roster needs.
There's been a significant move in the NFL, with Stefon Diggs reportedly signing with the Washington Commanders. What are the details of this signing?
Diggs is signing a 1-year, $12 million contract with the Commanders. This move strengthens their receiving core and reflects their strategic efforts to enhance the team.
How does Diggs' addition impact the Commanders' offense and overall team dynamics?
Diggs' signing boosts the Commanders' receiving capabilities, potentially improving their offensive performance. It also signals a shift in their team strategy and player roster.
Tragically, Alex Hughes, son of football legend Mark Hughes, has died from sudden adult death syndrome. What are the circumstances surrounding his death?
Alex Hughes was found collapsed at home by his sons. The inquest confirmed that he died from sudden adult death syndrome, a rare condition.
How has the football community reacted to this news?
The news has been met with shock and condolences from the football community, reflecting the impact of Mark Hughes' legacy and the tragic loss of his son.
Actress Minnie Driver has been recovering after a serious car accident in France. What are the details of the incident?
Driver described the accident as really bad and credited her car's airbags with saving her life. She is recovering with a sprained neck and is grateful to be alive.
How has driver's experience impacted her perspective or public message?
Driver's experience has led her to express gratitude for her survival and highlight the importance of safety measures like airbags. Sydney Towell, a TikTok creator who documented her battle with cancer, has died at 26. What was her impact on her followers? Towell's candid documentation of her cancer journey inspired millions, challenging perceptions of cancer patients and creating a supportive community.
How has her death been received by her followers and the broader social media community?
Towell's death has been met with widespread condolences and tributes, reflecting the significant impact she had on her followers and the online community. Nadia Sawalha, a former host on Loose Women, has alleged that ITV treated her unlawfully and launched a petition to be reinstated on the show. What are the specifics of her claims? Sawalha claims she was treated unfairly due to her protected beliefs, likely referring to her support for Palestinian rights. She is taking legal action against ITV.
How might this legal action affect ITV and the Loose Women show?
The outcome of Sawalha's legal action could have implications for ITV's handling of similar cases in the future and potentially impact the dynamics of the Loose Women panel.
Stephen Bear has been jailed for 16 months for breaching a restraining order